Have you ever worried that scammers are finding new ways to trick seniors every single day? As we grow older, the world doesn't get any kinder. And while technology offers countless conveniences, it also opens doors for cunning criminals who target seniors when they're most vulnerable. What once felt safe can quickly turn into a trap, and it's often the most trusting among us who fall victim. That's why this video is essential viewing. Stay with us until the very end to uncover 5 trending scams spreading fast among seniors, including one surprising scheme that could save you or someone you love from devastating financial loss. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now, let's get started. Number 1, Tech Support Scam. The tech support scam has emerged as one of the most pervasive and rapidly growing fraudulent schemes targeting seniors, exploiting their potential unfamiliarity with modern technology. This scam preys on the vulnerability of older adults who may not be as tech-savvy as younger generations, and it leverages fear and urgency to manipulate victims into making hasty decisions. The sophistication of these scams, combined with the emotional toll they take, makes them particularly insidious. How the scam operates. Tech support scams typically begin with an unsolicited contact, either through a phone call, an email, or a sudden pop-up window on a victim's computer screen. These pop-ups are designed to alarm, often displaying alarming messages such as, "Your computer is infected with a dangerous virus," or "Your bank account has been compromised," or even, "Your device will shut down permanently unless you act now." The urgency of these warnings is deliberate, as fear clouds judgment and makes individuals more likely to trust the person or entity offering a solution. The scammer, often posing as a representative from a reputable company like Microsoft, Apple, or a well-known antivirus provider, comes across as professional, calm, and knowledgeable. They may use technical jargon to sound credible, reassuring the victim that they can resolve the issue quickly. A common tactic is to ask the victim to install software or grant remote access to their computer, supposedly to diagnose or fix the problem. Once granted access, the scammer gains full control of the device, potentially accessing sensitive information such as emails, saved passwords, banking details, or personal documents. This breach of privacy can lead to identity theft, financial loss, or even the installation of malware that further compromises the victim's security. In some cases, scammers escalate the fraud by charging for fictitious services. They may claim that the repair requires a one-time fee, often requesting payment through untraceable methods like gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency. These payment methods are nearly impossible to recover, ensuring the scammer walks away with the victim's money. What starts as a seemingly reasonable fee, say $100 to fix a virus, can balloon into thousands of dollars as the scammer invents new issues or enrolls the victim in fake subscription services for ongoing tech support. Real-life impact. Harold's story. Consider the case of Harold, a 78-year-old retiree who encountered a tech support scam while browsing the news on his laptop. A pop-up appeared, flashing in bold red letters, "Warning. Your bank account has been hacked. Call this number immediately to secure your funds." Alarmed, Harold dialed the number and was connected to a polite, confident individual claiming to be a technician from a reputable cybersecurity firm. The scammer instructed Harold to download a program to scan his computer for threats. Unbeknownst to Harold, this software gave the scammer remote access to his device. Over the next 30 minutes, the scammer pretended to troubleshoot, moving files and displaying fake error messages to convince Harold that his system was compromised. The scammer then informed Harold that a $200 payment was required to secure his account and install protective software. Trusting the professional tone and fearing for his financial security, Harold complied, purchasing gift cards as instructed. A week later, he discovered unauthorized transactions totaling over $3,000 from his bank account, along with compromised personal data. Harold's story is not unique. Thousands of seniors fall victim to similar schemes each year, often losing significant sums of money and their sense of security. Why seniors are targeted? Seniors are particularly vulnerable to tech support scams for several reasons. First, many older adults did not grow up with computers and may lack the confidence or knowledge to question suspicious technical claims. Second, scammers exploit the trust that seniors often place in authority figures or well-known brands. Finally, the fear of losing access to essential services like online banking or communication tools can prompt quick, unreflective action. The emotional toll is significant, as victims often feel embarrassed or ashamed, which may prevent them from reporting the scam or seeking help. Warning signs and prevention tips. To protect yourself from tech support scams, it's critical to recognize the red flags. Unsolicited contact. Legitimate companies like Microsoft or Apple do not make unsolicited calls or send pop-ups demanding immediate action. Urgency and fear tactics. Scammers rely on creating panic to bypass rational thinking. Be wary of any message that insists you act immediately. Requests for remote access. Never allow a stranger to access your computer remotely unless you initiated the contact with a verified company. Unusual payment methods. Be cautious of requests for payment via gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency, as these are red flags for fraud. Suspicious pop-ups. If a pop-up appears, do not click on it or call any listed numbers. Instead, close the browser or restart your computer. If you receive a suspicious call or pop-up, take a moment to pause and verify. Contact the company directly using a phone number from their official website or your account documentation. If you suspect you've been scammed, report it immediately to the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, at reportfraud.ftc.gov, and contact your bank to secure your accounts. Sharing your experience with trusted family or friends can also help spread awareness and prevent others from falling victim. Empowerment through awareness. The key to combating tech support scams is education and vigilance. Seniors who understand the tactics used by scammers are better equipped to protect themselves and their loved ones. By discussing these scams openly, we can reduce the stigma associated with being a victim and empower others to stay cautious. Every shared story is a step toward breaking the cycle of fraud, ensuring that fewer people fall prey to these deceptive schemes. Number 2, Medicare and health insurance scam. The Medicare and health insurance scam is another rapidly spreading fraud that disproportionately targets seniors, capitalizing on their reliance on healthcare services and trust in official institutions. These scams are particularly cruel because they exploit concerns about health and financial security, areas where seniors are often most vulnerable. By posing as representatives from Medicare, Social Security, or private health insurance providers, scammers manipulate victims into divulging sensitive information or paying for unnecessary services. How the scam works. Medicare scams typically begin with an unsolicited phone call, email, or even a door-to-door visit from someone claiming to represent an official agency or healthcare provider. The scammer may have partial personal information, such as a Medicare number or Social Security number obtained from data breaches or other illicit sources, which they use to sound legitimate. They might claim that you're eligible for new benefits, such as free medical equipment, e.g., braces, wheelchairs, or diabetes monitors, discounted prescriptions, or a complimentary health screening. Alternatively, they may warn that your Medicare coverage is at risk unless you verify personal details immediately. The scammer's goal is to extract sensitive information such as your Medicare number, Social Security number, bank account details, or date of birth, which can be used for identity theft or fraudulent billing. In some cases, scammers enroll victims in fake health plans or bill Medicare for services and equipment that are never provided. The pitch is often laced with urgency, exploiting the fear that seniors may lose access to critical healthcare benefits if they don't comply. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. A case study, Margaret's experience. Take the example of Margaret, an 81-year-old widow living on a fixed income. One afternoon, she received a call from a friendly individual claiming to be a Medicare representative. The caller informed Margaret that she qualified for a free diabetes monitor, a valuable offer given her ongoing health concerns. All she needed to do was confirm her Medicare number and date of birth to process the request. Trusting the official-sounding tone and eager to receive the device, Margaret provided the information. Days later, packages of unrequested medical supplies began arriving at her doorstep, items she neither needed nor ordered. When Margaret checked her Medicare statements, she discovered thousands of dollars in fraudulent claims for equipment and services she never received. The scammers had used her Medicare number to submit false claims, leaving her to deal with the financial and emotional fallout. Margaret's case highlights how scammers exploit trust in government programs to perpetrate fraud. Why these scams succeed. Medicare and health insurance scams are effective because they target seniors' deepest concerns about health and financial stability. Many older adults rely heavily on Medicare for their medical needs, and the prospect of losing coverage or missing out on benefits can trigger panic. Scammers also capitalize on seniors' tendency to trust authority figures, especially when the caller uses official-sounding language or possesses partial personal information. Additionally, the complexity of healthcare systems can make it difficult for victims to recognize fraudulent activity until it's too late. Red flags and protective measures. To avoid falling victim to Medicare and health insurance scams, watch for these warning signs. Unsolicited contact. Medicare and legitimate health insurance providers do not call, email, or visit unexpectedly to request personal information or offer free services. Pressure to act quickly. Scammers often claim that your benefits are at risk unless you act immediately. Real agencies do not use such tactics. Requests for personal information. Never share your Medicare number, Social Security number, or bank details with unsolicited callers. Offers that sound too good to be true. Be skeptical of promises for free equipment or services, as these are often a pretext for fraud. Unfamiliar charges or deliveries. If you receive medical equipment or bills for services you didn't request, contact Medicare immediately. Building a defense through knowledge. The best defense against Medicare and health insurance scams is awareness and skepticism. Seniors can protect themselves by understanding that legitimate agencies do not operate through unsolicited contact or high-pressure tactics. Sharing information about these scams with family, friends, and community groups can amplify their impact, helping to create a network of informed individuals who can spot and avoid fraud. By staying vigilant and trusting official channels, seniors can safeguard their personal information, finances, and peace of mind. Number 3. Online shopping and delivery scams. In the digital age, online shopping has transformed into a lifeline for many seniors, offering unparalleled convenience for those with limited mobility or those who prefer the ease of ordering from home. The ability to have groceries, medications, or household goods delivered directly to their doorstep has been a game-changer. However, this convenience has also opened the door to a growing wave of sophisticated scams that prey on trust and exploit vulnerabilities, particularly among older adults. Online shopping and delivery scams are among the most prevalent threats today, designed to steal money, personal information, or both, often leaving victims financially and emotionally devastated. How these scams operate. Online shopping and delivery scams come in various forms, but they share a common goal: to deceive victims into providing money or sensitive personal details. These scams often manifest as fake websites and misleading advertisements. Scammers create professional-looking websites that mimic legitimate retailers, complete with high-quality images, customer reviews, and secure-looking checkout pages. These sites often advertise products at prices that seem too good to be true, because they are. For example, a senior might see an ad for a discounted mobility aid or a limited-time offer on electronics. After placing an order, the product never arrives, and the scammers disappear with the payment. Worse, They may now have the victim's credit card details, billing address, or other personal information, which can be used for further fraud or sold on the dark web. Phony delivery notices. Another common tactic involves sending fraudulent emails or text messages claiming that a package delivery has failed. These messages often urge the recipient to click a link to reschedule delivery or confirm their address. The links lead to phishing websites designed to capture personal information such as login credentials, social security numbers, or banking details. In some cases, clicking the link may install malware on the victim's device, allowing scammers to monitor activity, steal data, or even lock the device for ransom. Counterfeit products. In some instances, victims receive a product, but it's a cheap knockoff or entirely different from what was advertised. For example, a senior might order a high-end kitchen appliance only to receive a low-quality imitation, or nothing at all. By the time they realize the deception, the scammer's website may have vanished, leaving no way to request a refund. A real-life example. Consider the case of Robert, a 72-year-old retiree with a passion for gardening. While browsing online, Robert stumbled upon a website offering premium gardening tools at a fraction of the usual cost. The site was polished, featuring vibrant photos of tools, detailed product descriptions, and glowing 5-star reviews from supposed customers. Excited by the deal, Robert placed an order for a set of ergonomic tools designed for seniors. Weeks passed without delivery, and when he tried to contact customer service, the provided phone number was disconnected, and his emails bounced back. To his dismay, Robert later discovered unauthorized charges on his credit card totaling hundreds of dollars. The scammers had not only taken his initial payment but also used his financial information for additional fraudulent transactions. The experience left Robert feeling betrayed and cautious about future online purchases. Why seniors are targeted. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to these scams for several reasons. Trust in technology. Many seniors are new to online shopping and may not be familiar with the red flags of fraudulent websites or phishing attempts. Limited mobility. For those who rely on deliveries for essentials like medications or groceries, a message about a failed delivery can feel urgent and prompt impulsive action. Emotional triggers. Scammers exploit the anticipation of receiving a package, especially for seniors expecting gifts from family or critical supplies. The urgency to resolve a supposed delivery issue can override caution. Red flags to watch for. To protect yourself from online shopping and delivery scams, be aware of these warning signs. Unrealistic discounts. Prices that seem too good to be true often are. Compare prices with reputable retailers before making a purchase. Suspicious URLs. Check the website's URL for misspellings, extra characters, or domains that don't match the official retailer, e.g., az0.com instead of amazon.com. Urgent or threatening messages. Delivery notices that pressure you to act immediately or warn of consequences, e.g., your package will be returned if you don't confirm now, are often scams. Requests for personal information. Legitimate retailers and shipping companies rarely ask for sensitive details like social security numbers or bank account information via email or text. Poor website quality. Look for signs of unprofessional design, such as broken links, grammatical errors, or missing contact information. How to stay safe. Protecting yourself from online shopping and delivery scams requires vigilance and a few practical steps. Shop with reputable retailers. Stick to well-known platforms like Amazon, Walmart, or directly from a brand's official website. If you're exploring a new retailer, research their reputation through reviews on trusted sites like the Better Business Bureau. Verify delivery notices. If you receive a message about a delivery issue, don't click any links. Instead, go directly to the retailer's or shipping company's official website, or call their verified customer service number to confirm. Use secure payment methods. Pay with a credit card rather than a debit card or wire transfer, as credit cards offer better fraud protection. Avoid sharing payment details over unsecured websites. Look for https:// and a padlock icon in the URL. Monitor your accounts regularly. Check your bank and credit card statements for unauthorized charges. Set up alerts for transactions if possible. Install antivirus software. Protect your devices with reputable antivirus software to guard against malware from phishing links. Trust your instincts. If something feels off about a website, ad, or message, pause and investigate before taking action. By adopting these habits, seniors can enjoy the benefits of online shopping while minimizing the risks. Sharing this knowledge with friends and family can also help create a safer online community. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 4, the romance and companionship scam. Among the most insidious and emotionally devastating scams targeting seniors are those that exploit the universal human desire for connection and companionship. Romance scams prey on the loneliness that many older adults experience, particularly those who are widowed, divorced, or isolated. These scams are not only financially damaging, but also leave deep emotional scars as victims are betrayed by someone they believed cared for them. How these scams work. Romance scams typically begin on social media platforms, dating websites, or even through unsolicited emails. The scammer creates a fake profile, often using stolen photos and a fabricated backstory to appear trustworthy and appealing. They may pose as a professional, e.g., a doctor, engineer, or military officer, a widower, or someone with shared interests, tailoring their persona to resonate with the victim. The scam unfolds gradually. Building trust. The scammer engages in frequent, heartfelt communication, sending messages filled with flattery, empathy, and shared experiences. They may spend weeks or months cultivating a sense of intimacy, making the victim feel valued and understood. Crafting a crisis. Once trust is established, the scammer introduces a sob story or an emergency. Common scenarios include being stranded overseas, facing medical bills, or needing funds for a business venture. They may claim they can't access their bank account or need help to visit the victim. Requesting money. The scammer asks for financial assistance, often starting with small amounts to test the victim's willingness. Over time, requests escalate and victims may send thousands of dollars through wire transfers, gift cards, or cryptocurrency, believing they're helping a loved one. A heartbreaking example. Take the story of Eleanor, a 74-year-old widow who joined a social media platform to connect with friends and family. She was soon contacted by a man claiming to be a retired military officer stationed overseas. He was charming, attentive, and seemed to understand her grief over losing her husband. Their daily messages became a source of comfort, and Eleanor felt a renewed sense of hope. After 2 months, the man claimed he was stranded in a foreign country due to a banking issue and needed $1,500 to return home. Trusting their bond, Eleanor sent the money. The requests continued, each accompanied by a new excuse: medical emergencies, legal fees, or travel costs. By the time Eleanor realized she'd been scammed, she had lost over $10,000. The financial loss was painful, but the emotional betrayal was even worse, leaving her hesitant to trust others. Why seniors are vulnerable. Seniors are prime targets for romance scams due to loneliness. Many seniors live alone or have limited social interactions, making them more receptive to attention from strangers. Trusting nature. Older adults may be less familiar with online deception and more likely to believe a scammer's story. Emotional investment. The slow-building nature of these scams makes victims feel deeply connected, clouding their judgment when requests for money arise. Warning signs to avoid falling victim to a romance scam. Watch for these red flags. Too good to be true profiles. Be wary of profiles with polished photos, vague details, or overly perfect backstories. Rapid emotional attachment. Scammers often declare love or strong feelings quickly before meeting in person. Excuses for not meeting. If the person consistently avoids video calls or in-person meetings with excuses like travel or work, it's a major warning sign. Requests for money. Any request for funds, especially via untraceable methods like wire transfers or gift cards, is a clear indicator of a scam. Inconsistent stories. Pay attention to discrepancies in their stories, such as changing details about their job or location. Protecting yourself to stay safe while seeking companionship online. Verify identities. Use video calls to confirm the person's identity. If they refuse or make excuses, cut contact. Keep conversations on platform. Stay on the dating site or app's messaging system rather than moving to private email or text, where scammers have more control. Never send money. No matter how convincing the story, never send money to someone you haven't met in person. Consult trusted people. Share details of the relationship with family or friends for an outside perspective. Report suspicious activity. If you suspect a scam, report it to the platform and authorities like the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, at reportfraud.ftc.gov. By staying cautious and informed, seniors can pursue meaningful connections without falling prey to scammers. Sharing these insights with others can help protect entire communities from the heartbreak of romance scams. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Investment and prize scam. Investment and prize scams are among the oldest and most persistent scams targeting seniors, capitalizing on their hopes for financial security or a lucky break. These schemes promise life-changing wealth or rewards, but deliver only loss and disappointment. Seniors, particularly those on fixed incomes or planning for retirement, are especially vulnerable due to their desire to safeguard their savings or leave a legacy for loved ones. How these scams operate. Investment and prize scams come in 2 primary forms, both designed to extract money through false promises. 1. Investment scams. Scammers contact victims via phone calls, emails, or online ads, promoting can't-miss opportunities like high-yield stocks, real estate deals, or cryptocurrency ventures. They use high-pressure tactics, claiming the opportunity is time-sensitive and guaranteed to deliver exceptional returns. In reality, the investments are either non-existent or worthless, and the money goes straight to the scammer. 2. Prize scams. Victims receive notifications via phone, email, or letter claiming they've won a lottery, sweepstakes, or luxury prize, like a car or vacation. The catch: they must pay upfront fees for taxes, processing, or shipping to claim the prize. Legitimate contests never require payment to collect winnings, but scammers rely on the excitement of winning to cloud judgment. A cautionary tale. Consider Frank, a 69-year-old grandfather who enjoyed playing the occasional lottery ticket. One day, he received a call from someone claiming to represent an international lottery. The caller congratulated Frank on winning $500,000 and provided official-sounding details, including a badge number and a promise of paperwork. To claim his prize, Frank was told to wire $3,000 to cover international taxes. Eager for a financial windfall, Frank complied, only to discover later that the lottery was fake. The scammers vanished with his money, leaving him not only poorer, but also humiliated by the betrayal. Why seniors are targeted? Seniors are prime targets for these scams because financial concerns. Many are focused on stretching their retirement savings or securing their financial future, making them receptive to investment pitches. Hope and optimism. The prospect of winning a prize taps into a universal desire for good fortune, especially for those on limited incomes. Isolation. Scammers often urge victims to keep the opportunity secret, preventing them from seeking advice from trusted sources. Red flags. Be cautious of these warning signs. Guaranteed returns. Legitimate investments always carry risk. Promises of no risk or guaranteed profits are a scam. High-pressure tactics. Scammers create urgency, urging you to act immediately or miss out. Upfront fees for prizes. Real lotteries or contests never require winners to pay to claim their prize. Unverified contact. Be skeptical of unsolicited calls, emails, or letters, especially from unknown sources. Secrecy requests. Scammers may ask you to keep the opportunity confidential to prevent you from consulting others. Staying safe. To protect yourself from investment and prize scams. Verify the source. Research the company or organization through trusted sources like the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, or the Better Business Bureau. Consult professionals. Before investing, discuss the opportunity with a licensed financial advisor or attorney. Never pay for prizes. If you're asked to pay to claim a prize, it's a scam. Report it to the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov. Take your time. Resist pressure to act quickly. Legitimate opportunities don't disappear overnight. Educate others. Share your knowledge with friends, family, and community groups to raise awareness. By staying informed and cautious, seniors can protect their finances and peace of mind. Awareness is the strongest defense against these manipulative scams, and spreading the word can help safeguard others in your community. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on the 5 scams we've uncovered together: tech support, health insurance, online shopping, romance, and investment. Each one shows just how clever and ruthless scammers can be, but more importantly, how powerful knowledge is in protecting yourself. Awareness is your shield, keeping your money, identity, and peace of mind safe. So, what have you learned today? Please share one thing you've taken away from this video and how you plan to put it into practice in your life by leaving a comment below. Your thoughts inspire us and help others stay vigilant. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content to inform and empower you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.